Welcome to Speeches That Change the World. Oh, I'm a good old rebel. Now that is what I am. And for this new world order, I do not give a damn. I'm glad I fought against it, I only wish we'd won. And I don't ask no pardon for anything I've done. I hate the new world order and everything they do. I hate the politicians, United Nations and the EU. I hate the new world order with all their brags and fuss. The lying, thieving bastards, I hate them worse and worse. Your humble narrator. I am here as a soldier who has temporarily left the field of battle. Emmeline Pankurst. Speech on women's suffrage, 13th of November 1913. Emily Pankhurst, born Emily Goulden in 1858, was a British suffragist. She campaigned for British women's right to vote at a time when only men could elect the government. Born in Manchester in 1879, she married Richard Mardison Pankhurst, a radical Manchester barrister who believed women should have the same rights as men. In the year of his death, 1889, Emily founded the Women's Franchise League, and in 1903, with her daughter Christabel, 1880 and 1958, the Women's Social and Political Union, WSPU. She fought for women to have the same political status as men. The motto of the suffragettes was deeds, not words. Born 14th July 1858 in Manchester, England, married to a man who shared her conviction about women's rights. Emily founded the Women's Franchise League in 1889 and later the Women's Social and Political Union, WSPU, which campaigned aggressively for female suffrage votes for women in Britain. Her speech, I Am a Soldier, was given in the US after a year punctuated by a dozen spells in prison. Died 14th of June 1920 in London. The first actions of the movement were non-violent and consisted of disrupting political meetings, something unheard of at the time, especially by a group of middle-class women. In 1910, refused entry into the House of Commons to protest against the dropping of a bill that would have given women the right to vote. 100 women were arrested and brutally treated. The day was dubbed Black Friday. From 1912, Emily and her followers fought for the vote by more violent means. Emily was arrested on several occasions and went on hunger strike while in prison. By the time of this speech in 1913, the WSPU had become notorious for more violent attacks on the property of people opposed to female suffrage, and the movement had still not succeeded in achieving its goal. Emily Pankhurst was a striking woman and an inspiring speaker. An earlier Pankhurst speech from 1908, she made hundreds during her life, includes the following stirring words: I, for one, friends, looking round on the muddles that men had made, looking round on the sweated and decrepit members of my sex, I say men have had the control of these things long enough. We are tired of it. We want to be of use. We want to have this power to vote in order that we may try to make the world a much better place for men and women than it is today. Perhaps it is difficult to rouse women. They are long suffering and patient, but now that we are roused, we will never be quiet again. With the outbreak of World War One and the release of all suffragettes from prison, Emily turned her leadership skills towards urging women to work for their country. After some years living in Canada, she returned to Britain in 1926 and died while standing for Parliament as a Conservative candidate in 1928. In June 1918, British women over 30 won the right to vote, and on the 2nd of July 1928, just 3 weeks after Emmeline Pankurst's death, a law was passed allowing all women over the age of 21 to vote. I do not come here as an advocate, because whatever position the suffrage movement may occupy in the United States of America, in England it has passed beyond the realm of advocacy and it has entered into the sphere of practical politics. It has become the subject of revolution and civil war, and so tonight I am not here to advocate woman suffrage. American suffragettes can do that very well for themselves. I am here as a soldier who has temporarily left the field of battle in order to explain. It seems strange it should have to be explained what civil war is like when civil war is waged by women. I am not only here as a soldier temporarily absent from the field of battle, I am here, and that I think is the strangest part of my coming. I am here as a person who, according to the law courts of my country, it has been decided is of no value to the community at all. I am judged because of my life to a dangerous person under sentence of penal servitude in a convict prison. So you see, there is some special interest in hearing so unusual a person address you, I dare say, in the midst of many of you. You will perhaps forgive me this personal touch, but I do not look either very like a soldier or very like a convict, and yet I am both. I do not look either very like a soldier or very like a convict, and yet I am both. Now I want to say to you, think women cannot succeed. We have brought the government of England to this position. That is, it has to face this alternative. Either women are to be killed or women are to have the vote. I ask American men in this meeting, what would you say if in your state you were faced with that alternative, that you must either kill them or give them citizenship? Women, many of whom you respect, women who you know have lived useful lives, women whom you know, even if you do not know them personally, are animated with the higher motives, women who are in pursuit of liberty and the power to do useful public services. Well, there is only one answer to that alternative. There is only one way out of this, unless you are prepared to put back civilization 2 or 3 generations. You must give those women the vote. Now that is the outcome of our civil war. Next time, the scientific history of radium is beautiful. Marie Curie, on the discovery of radium, Vassar College, New York, 14th of May 1921.